Am I the a-hole for not acknowledging my step-grandchildren when their mothers, my step-daughters, made it clear I was no family of theirs? I need to know if I'm being heartless or if I'm justified. Sorry for the long post. If 52 am married to my husband, let's call him Mark M 57. I have 3 children with my husband, and 3 stepchildren from my husband's previous marriage. My husband's previous wife died in childbirth, leaving him with 2 daughters, Eva now 38 and Lisa 36, as well as my stepson Michael 27, all fake names for privacy. Michael is my son through and through, but my stepdaughters never acknowledged me in any capacity. On a good day I was simply the woman married to their dad, on a normal day I don't exist, and on bad days I was the pick-me girl who tried but failed to replace their mom. They went low contact with my husband when they left for their respective colleges and no contact with me, a behavior that was encouraged and I'd say heavily influenced by their maternal grandparents. They came back into my husband's life when Lisa was getting married, with demands that he pay for her wedding and house. Something he agreed to and later did for Eva as well. I felt like they were just using my husband, but I didn't say anything about that as I saw how happy he was to have them back. Especially after being devastated when they ignored him for so long. They didn't invite me to their weddings, and made it clear when they had kids that I was not their family. My husband and son tried to push back against this, but I discouraged this as I didn't have much of an emotional connection with them. I chose to let it go and not make a big deal about it. They rejected me enough as teens and I said nothing because I didn't want it to come across as if I'm forcing myself on them. But I definitely don't need to stomach that behavior from them as adults. We continued on like this for a couple of years, but things changed when Michael and my other son Tyler got married and had their kids. My daughters-in-law involved me with everything in their lives, including their children's births. As a result I'm very close to them and their kids. I only see Lisa and Eva's children at family gatherings and have no relationship or emotional connection to them whatsoever. Lisa and Eva have recently started a campaign against me to extended family members, about my extreme favoritism towards my grandkids and lack of effort towards their kids. Honestly, I'm not bothered and they aren't lying. My grandkids from my 2 sons are highly favored by me. They can never confront me as we almost never talk beyond hellos, how are yous, and byes. But they've also tried to involve my sons and their wives in this mess. Michael and his wife were there when the wedding fiasco went down, so they aren't buying into this nonsense. Tyler is unbothered as their treatment of me also extended to him and my other 2 children. His wife is loyal to me, but feels very sorry for the children involved. My husband has made it clear that he will not force me to do anything I don't want to do, the same way he didn't force them to involve or include me in their lives or that of their kids. Extended family members are very vocal about their disapproval of my behavior. But I don't treat those kids bad, I'm hardly ever around them. When I am, I'm very polite towards them. I don't initiate hugs, as I do want to overstep, but I return when they are given. I buy gifts for them at Christmas just like I do with every other child. When together, I include them in any activities I do with my other grandkids as I don't want them to feel left out. I treat them all equally during those moments. I just don't go out of my way to involve myself in their day-to-day lives like I do with my other grandkids. And honestly, I'm totally unbothered by Lisa and Eva's campaign against me. I feel like they made it a point to rejected me and also rejected me on behalf of their kids, and that's why I'm not close to them. I honestly don't feel like putting in the effort at this point. I'm human and I've been rejected enough. I don't want to let them or their kids in. And I feel like they only want in, because they see the benefits my other grandkids get to enjoy. I think they want to manipulate the situation and use me for their benefit just like they use their father. I think their children are also just tools in this situation, and unfortunately I'm not in a position to do anything for them as that would mean allowing their mothers to have access to me, and I'm not comfortable with that. Am I wrong for keeping the distance and not really wanting to acknowledge them as my grandkids?